disclosure, this is my first live stream ever. Huh. I mean, I didn't announce it anywhere, so I won't expect any viewers, but who cares? Alright, I think it seems to be working. So yeah, just gonna do a coding stream. As a first introduction to live streaming, I wanted to try it. So here we go. So what I wanted to do is add, I think my audio is mirrored. Oh, here we go. To have the scratch pad always on top. So if we put something on the scratch pad, it should always display on top, but it doesn't if the current window is in full screen mode. And what we're going to do about that is go to toggle scratch pad. I think that might actually be it. I think I'm gonna close the window real quick. Let's just see if that does it. So if we now put something on the scratch pad, still works. And this somehow doesn't. Yep. Alright. What happened here? No, that was pointless. But why does this not work? I don't really get it. How about that? Holy shit, we actually have some viewers. Oh my. Okay, so let's again put something in the scratch pad. The scratch pad is basically the Steam overlay, in case you're wondering somehow. I think I'm gonna close my Steam because we're live. So now we have our scratch pad, and it kind of works, kind of doesn't. I'm confused because the strange thing is if I put something in an overlay and then toggle it, it works fine. So I don't really understand what's the issue here. Maybe I should put the arrange thing. Oh, I think that might be it. So I need to duplicate this. Not good coding, but yeah. And I'm actually, yeah, I think we need the arrange. arrange just applies the layout and looks which windows should be visible and sends the events to Xorg to actually do it. And we just get rid of all these and rid of this. And do this one and do another build. Debugging and stuff really wouldn't be that quick if Instant WM wouldn't be so small. Are you planning on doing Wayland support in the future? Yes, but it'll take a while, to be honest, until NVIDIA gets their stuff together and doesn't mess up Wayland, and things like screen capture and stuff like that aren't that big of an issue anymore. I don't think I'll be doing Wayland, but I'm not supposed to the idea of Wayland per se. And I know people are gonna say, yeah, it works fine on my integrated machine, whatever. It doesn't work for everyone, and yeah, until that's the case, I don't think I'll be moving to Wayland. By the way, does audio actually work? Yeah, it does. So let's try again with the scratch pad, and it works. Yeah, it does. Cool. That was a really quick fix. And yeah, I think we can just get what? Excuse me. Oh no. What is Visual Studio Code doing? Can you add better support for dual booting at install? That is actually planned, but it might be a little bit complicated because I'm not actually sure how other installers do it. Because if you want to add like dual booting out of the box, meaning you'll resize the Windows partition or whatever is on the drive, how does it actually decide on what to resize without messing anything up? So that's the problem with that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can just do it with an auto formatting script. Maybe you can select the partition you want to resize, to downsize, to install Instant OS. There already is dual booting support if you do manual partitioning, but I don't think that most people would just install Ubuntu or whatever otherwise one would necessarily want to do manual partitioning. I know that when I started out with Linux, I wanted to try Debian once, and it dropped me into a manual partitioning session because back then the installer didn't do that, and I just was like, that's it, I'm moving back to Ubuntu. I'm scared. So yeah, dual booting at install is definitely coming, but might be a little bit complicated to implement. Do I already have that on the to-do? I do not. Oh yeah, I do, but it's planned for release 2.0. Add other OSs to bootloader is already implemented though, so you can do a boot no problem if you know what you're doing with partitioning. Mic level, please. Alright. Is that better? Can I actually have a pop-up of this? I can. And let's move it to the scratch pad. Perfect. Wait, no, let's not make it a scratch pad, let's make it sticky. Sun is coding. We have a true man of culture here. Are you coding, Sun? Alright, but on the topic of that, let's actually get back to coding. Oh. So, Scratchpad always on top. Done. Add Disper to repo. So Disper is a script that allows better support for dual monitor stuff and docking your laptop to a monitor and unplugging it seamlessly. Let's actually commit that first. So what was I talking about Disper? Yeah, so I won't demonstrate it here because it might be crashing my stream if I change the display layout. I don't know if OBS likes unplugging displays. But yeah, basically we have this menu here that allows you to extend PC screen only or second screen only, or duplicate the screens if you plug your laptop into an external screen or projector. It works exactly like on Windows, so I'll just add that to the repo. And I recently set up a CI server that automatically all-syncs my repos. Still low. Crap. Microphone. Oh. I don't want to go over 100 yet. This is my first stream, so huh. Yeah, is it better now? Why is my chat window not sticky anymore? Oh my, we have a lot of stuff in here. Oh, I need to update my gitignore. What format is this? .zst. Yeah, that does it. Blah, blah, blah. I can't speak. Ah, good, good. So let's see, it's just named Disper, so I'll just add that to the AUR packages and add Disper in here. And that should do it. And I actually don't remember what I did to AUR build stuff for the repository. I may just do it manually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's clone it. How is our viewership going? Oh. Alright, Disper make package. Try to make some work in SysLinux boot when booting at Instant OS Medium. SysLinux boot? Just yeah, the live medium just uses Arch ISO. There's nothing really fancy going on, I'm sorry. There's a bootloader for the operating. yeah, I'm not really sure what Syslinux boot even is. It uses grub, and I don't think that it'll change to another bootloader. But maybe I'm getting something wrong here. Yeah. Oh, you mean the splash screen? I actually wanted to do that, but I haven't found the time to look up where the files for that are actually located, because it doesn't seem to be a normal grub theme, or at least not one that is present on the disk after installation. Alright, Disper is done, and I mean, if you know how to do that, actually, I'd appreciate any help with it, because yeah, the article on ArchISO doesn't mention how to customize the boot screen. I could also look at how Archcraft is doing it. That's a new Arch distro. I mean, it's basically a pre-built Arch distro, but yeah. Let's just copy that, go into our build folder, paste it in here, and do iBuild push. That pushes everything to the repo. And that should have pushed everything. So now if we look into packages.instantos.io, we should have, whoops, I reloaded the wrong window, Disper. Yeah, there it is. Is it possible to make this distro even work on Ubuntu as the window manager in Ubuntu? It would bring newer people into a window manager in an easy way. There actually is someone on the InstantOS Discord developing a community edition of Ubuntu. So far, I don't know how far he's gone into development. Source code root folder card. Thank you. I'll remember that. Let me open up. I don't have XPad. So yeah, there's a person on the Discord developing a Ubuntu edition of InstantOS. It'll probably take a while until it's ready, and I'm not sure how much into distro development he generally is, so it might also take a while for him to get used to developing a distro. Oh yeah, I also wanted to add this XPad to the floating rules for InstantWM. Let's just commit that. So if you look on the Discord, there should be in development. Yeah, he's named Piping on the Discord and on GitHub. So if you want to talk to him about the Ubuntu edition, yeah, that's it. And we can close that one down. So if we run xprop on that, it returns just xpad. That looks good. And let's do xpad is floating. I'm doing really small commits today. Let's just test it out first, just to be sure. Yeah, it works. Are you Zinf? You didn't have to get that. But maybe I am. Oh, 14. Very nice. Add this bit to repo. Done. Yeah, I don't think we'll put that in the changelog there. Only one overlay, so that overlays are cross-display. If you don't know what an overlay is, it's basically a GUACI terminal, but for any application you'd like to make in that format. So you can trigger it with a mouse gesture, a super W, and it does this. And currently it's limited to the monitor it was created on. So I want to change that. And it's Salmon overlay. I think I'll just add a client pointer in the global scope. Yeah, I think that's static client overlay Salmon. Okay, so this is actually a classmate of mine, or a former classmate, in case you're wondering. It's an operating system, a Linux distro, so yeah, a thing you can install based on the Linux kernel, however much sense that makes. So I think I just replaced Salmon overlay with overlay status. Maybe let's just look at the definition of monitor. Monitor overlay status and just overlay. Okay, we'll need to replace these. Salmon overlay. I think we can just now replace that with just Salmon overlay, with just overlay. That either works or is gonna crash really bad on us. Let's see which one it is. Ugandan Knuckles. Congrats on 1K subs and talent for coding. Thank you. So let's see. Now I'm gonna switch monitor. And it doesn't do it. Of course. But it doesn't crash, so that's always good. Set overlay. Let's take a look at show overlay. If overlay exists, let's take a look at that. If overlay, oh, for C Salmon clients, I think we'll need to, oh yeah, that's the problem. We'll need to iterate over all monitors since it's now globally available over all monitors. Mons? Yeah, I think that's just all monitors. So that should be enough. Monitor M And let's replace Salmon with M. Let's see if that works. Oh, there's a syntax error. C equal overlay not declared. What do you mean? Static client overlay. Oh god. I think now we're getting stuck. Great. Do you mean set overlay? No, I don't. What video editor are you using for your videos? So I actually have two. I have Kdenlive. I think you're all familiar with that one. It's the KDE editor. The theming is messed up because I recently reinstalled the operating system just to test stuff, and I haven't gotten around to put that back, but never mind that. So I use this because it's just quick and easy. It has fast rendering times and swallows all file formats on Earth. And for my complicated projects, I use DaVinci Resolve Studio. It works fine from the AUR, and it's proprietary, and I bought it. But it's just a really good editor. It's close to as close to Premiere as you can get, and it runs on Linux, so that's what I'm using. And for all graphics, I'm using Blender. I mean, I have kind of a background in 3D modeling, so I'm very familiar with this program, and I can use it for, I don't know, just about everything. What am I creating here? And it's really good for motion graphics, logo design, everything. Let's see if I actually have something in here. Yeah, Olive is really good if it would be working correctly, and I mean, you can't fault it for not doing that since it's just in development since I think 2018, 2019. But it's not stable enough yet. It doesn't. It sometimes doesn't render. Some stuff shows up in the preview just fine and is completely messed up in the final video. But I think, yeah, Olive is definitely gonna beat Kdenlive in the future, just performance-wise. Kdenlive is not good if you put any kind of effects on stuff. But why is that not working? I do not understand. Should we do it the dirty way and just have both monitors sync the overlay? I use overlay for my French Linux video. French Linux in capital. Is that the channel name? I mean, yeah, let's just look it up. Huh, I haven't tried it in a while. Maybe I'll reinstall it at some point. Olive, SysLinux. Actually, let's just install it right now. Put that on the other monitor. I think we just sync both of these. So bye bye. Create overlay. Temp client. So let's iterate over the monitors. I don't have it in the clipboard anymore. I love Linux. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing French videos about it. But let's actually get back to coding. Son, are you winning? Do we? No, we don't have an iterator for that. Do you have an Arch Linux distro? I can't breathe. Yeah, actually C is I mean, if it comes down to the language itself, it's a lot more simple than JavaScript because there's just a lot less stuff to remember syntax wise, but because you don't have all these tools to accomplish everything and you have to do it yourself, and it just segfaults if you do any mistake, it's harder to do, but I don't think necessarily harder to learn or remember. So I'm on overlay status. That's really dirty what we're doing here, but who cares? Oh. Huh. Show overlay. If overlay exists, summon overlay status. Let's just do this. And that should be fine. Do we have one left? Yeah, we do. Salmon overlay tags. What's the distro called? I mean, I kind of feel like you wanted me to ask that question, but yeah, I'm actually interested, so why not? Oh, no website. And apparently no repos as well. I think we're on the wrong GitHub here. I'm trying to make the overlay appear on all monitors. Since we already have the scratch pad and that is separate for all monitors, I wanted to simplify the overlay as much as possible so that they have more of a distinction, because if they're basically the same feature, it's duplicate functionality. And the overlays are these things here. So if I go over to the other monitor that you can't see right now, I wanted to appear there also. So I want to have one global overlay for all monitors, because if you want to have that distinction, you'd use scratch pads anyway. if salmon overlay status overlay equal no, it seems fine actually. Yeah. Overlay status equals and overlay equals. Yeah, very good. Let's see if it works. Yes, it is a DWM fork. I mean, as of now, it probably contains over 60% code not present in DWM, and as such, yeah, it's really, really heavily modified. But some of the ground principles and things like the drawing functions, for instance, are taken from DWM. Set chat to live. How do I do that? Oh. All. Did I not get all? What's the difference here? Huh. So far it didn't. There were no syntax errors. Sorry for restarting all the time, but that's what happens if you test the window manager. Please, can I somehow remove this banner? It seems really, I mean, I know that I'm not supposed to say the N-word. So, and still doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Oh, I forgot the function. No, I didn't. Create overlay. If salmon cell equals salmon overlay. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Why doesn't it do anything? 4 months. Salmon overlay status. GitLab. Alright, let's give it another go. You should add a website so that people can just find it over Google, because I don't think the more bollocks we talk, the more faster it moves. What do you think about Awesome WM? Isn't it easier to add all the animations to it by writing some Lua code and having all similar to your WM? No, not exactly. Awesome WM is a difficult topic. I mean, first of all, Lua is not as fast as having it natively in the window manager, and I feel like drawing animations. First link. I think it got auto deleted by YouTube. Yeah, so in short, I don't think Lua provides all the necessary APIs to necessarily do everything Instant Window Manager does. And also it gets really slow if you add all that stuff. Like, I tried a few awesome Window Manager setups on my laptop, and if you spam it with Lua, you might as well go ahead and use GNOME. There might be a way to do it, but at this point it's just easier to do it in C, and also like better from a user perspective, because it's a lot faster and more polished if it's actually in the window manager. What happened? GitHub, not GitLab. installer. Let's take a look at that. Huh. Is it with a GUI or just ncurses? Do you use the quick menu? Yes, I do. For a lot of stuff. For example, I have the project always open here, because I basically add everything in there that just concerns me and not every user of Instant OS. I see that I want to. I mean, if you want to do a more traditional window manager thing, it might be worth learning Awesome. But from a time perspective, I think it definitely isn't, as with most tiling window managers, if we're being honest. But I think it's a great way to learn Lua, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's if you do like really fancy stuff with it, it can get quite slow. What are you? I think I'm wasting too much time just talking to you guys. I mean, I'm having fun, but let's get back to coding. What are you gonna be developing? Yeah, I'm trying to make the overlays work for all monitors. So to have one overlay is this thing here that appears on all monitors. But why doesn't this? Why doesn't this trigger if summon overlay returns 0? Oh, of course. Yeah, that was dumb. That should do it. If summon overlay, oh god. Huh. Yeah, I think that should be fine though. Let's just build that. Really re-sticky the chat. Why did I click that? Bitrate. Oh, can you actually read anything? that looks really bad. What the heck? Are you limited to 630p? Oh god. Oh no, no, it looks fine here. It's just the preview. So let's test the overlay thing. It works. I mean, you can't see it, so that is really anticlimactic. But it works, finally. Don't try my Linux distro by installing it, or you will brick it because the installer is broken. Yeah, then I guess I won't. I mean, I would try it on VirtualBox in the first place, but yeah, maybe I can take some inspiration for Instant Arch. But yeah. So that feature works. 1080p 60 FPS here. Nice. It's time to release the Kraken pee pee poo poo wee hoo pee pee. Okay. Are you alright? There seems to be a delay in the stream. I mean, that's probably intentional so that people don't stream snipe me, but I'm not playing any games. So maybe there's some way to remove it. Make overlay global. Only one overlay. Okay. Next up is compositing settings, so that you can enable or disable compositing from the appearance section and the settings. So actually, if we open up the settings here, go into appearance, at the moment it just opens up Alex appearance, but I'm planning on adding a little more features to the settings of to the appearance settings. Is Linux popular in Germany? I don't think Germany holds any special place in regards to Linux popularity. I mean, it's pretty popular everywhere if you account for, I don't know, your toaster, the traffic system, every Android smartphone. If we're talking about Linux on the desktop, I mean, as popular as everywhere else, I think. So that means not a whole lot, but it doesn't really matter anyway, because the software has the qualities, or at least the kernel, because it is so big in other fields. Like, people assume that Linux isn't very good or professional because there's such a little user base, when it's actually one of the most supported pieces of software in the world. So no, I don't think Germany is special in that regard. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure how the statistics are depending on country. I think in India or something it's a lot more popular because Windows is expensive and doesn't run that well on cheaper hardware. So I think there are some countries where it's just a necessity to use it. So that definitely makes it more popular, like in schools or universities. What was it trying to do? Compositing settings. I think we just, where do I put the chat? Let's just put it here. Appearance, alright. Let's just add another settings section for appearance. And let's copy most of this. And let's call Alex appearance application appearance. And add another for compositing. And another, yeah, that we'll just leave back. So that should be that. Appearance, let's copy that for application appearance. Where is it? You can't actually see the icons in VS Code because they're from Font Awesome. Compositing, and maybe we should add the wallpapers to the appearance settings, or just leave them at their own place. I'm not sure how to solve that. I think we'll just leave them with their own section. I mean, there's still space left, so why not? And now another menu for compositing, or just add all the compositing stuff in here. Oh, well, nope. Yeah, what I also wanted to do is potato settings. That sounds strange, but basically the installer has a built-in potato check that checks if your computer is a potato, meaning, I don't know, really old or really cheap. And that automatically disables compositing and animations and stuff like that, so it runs better. We should give the user the option to disable or enable that if they want to do that. Leave wallpaper where it is. Yeah, good idea. Let's just see if that works on first place. Lately, VirtualBox is broken because Pacman can't verify the key, return a damaged tar archive. You mean on the InstantOS installer? There is a broken key? On your side only. That sometimes happens if the Arch keyring changes and your ISO doesn't have an updated keyring. The problem with populating the keyring on installation is that you need entropy for that, meaning move your mouse around to do some random stuff or anything so you can function as a random number generator, because if you just use the time as a seed, it's really easy to hack. So yeah, maybe I'll add a repopulating Arch keyring. Actually, let's just do an install in the background. Oh god, I don't have VirtualBox. VirtualBox 6, and I think we also need the kernel modules. But let's just install VirtualBox. Oh, it actually installs them. Nice. Even updating the keyring doesn't fix it. Alright, you might want to try opening an issue in GitHub on this one with some logs attached. I don't think I can troubleshoot that in a YouTube. It's an Arch also. Okay, then it might be your VirtualBox. Yeah, not sure about that. One person on the Discord managed to segfold Pacman, and I, to this day, have no idea how they managed to do that. Sometimes VirtualBox does weird stuff. And so let's try seeing if the appearance section now appears. It does. And compositing has the completely wrong icon. What sort of icon should we use for compositing? Compositing icon. All right. Effect. Star. Maybe we should do a kind of, yeah, that one seems good. And let's open another category for compositing. Let's do enable compositing and blur. Maybe we don't do another category for that. Enable compositing. Do you have an icon for blur? Oh, we do, actually. Nice. Let's see. iconv dash ipotato ipycom. Do we have any other potato stuff in here? Oh, there's a lot of it. If I can't no compositing, then ipycom. That looks good. And now let's just add that to the settings. Use VS Codium. I don't actually know what that version. It's Code OSS, so it definitely has less Microsoft branding on it. But I don't think it's VS Codium. It's from the Arch repos. Have you tried Vim emulator extension on VS Code? I have, and I really like Vim actually. But yeah, let's go ahead and install it. I use NeoVim every time I'm too lazy to open VS Code. So I actually know how to use Vim. But Code just has really good cross-referencing and auto-completion, and I use Tab9, so it even has AI stuff. But why not use the Vim emulator for this stream? It seems you have some animated cursor motion. Is this some extension or is my brain lagging? Oh, you mean in Visual Studio Code? Yeah, that is animated actually. I think it's called Smooth Cursor. Yeah, it's in the preferences under Cursor Smooth Caret Animation and Smooth Scrolling. I enabled it some while back because if you're gonna use Electron, why not? Just VS Codium is the same as Code OSS, but VS Codium is the same. Yeah, I know what VS Codium is. Yeah, maybe I'll use it, but yeah, I think there are worse pieces of software out there than stock VS Code. Yeah, I'll maybe switch to VS Codium, but not right now on stream. You get censored by Microsoft. I mean, what kind of Microsoft stuff does this version have? Toggle iconv. Let's just copy one of these. Whoops. Ah, God. I'm not used to the Vim mode. Why doesn't it do its thing? I want to copy the whole line. I guess the Vim thing is broken. Now it works. Enable compositing. Does formatting still work? No, it doesn't. Oh, it was already formatted. No compositing. Blur. Blur and remove that. If iconv -I no compositing, then can I have an info about what you're doing? I'm adding more settings, graphical settings to do compositing stuff, so that you can so that you can disable or enable compositing from the settings, enable blur, and stuff like that. How's our viewership doing? Can I? Oh, dangerous. Can I? Oh. Oh, we have a Patreon in here. He's developing the Nix part of InstantOS. Hey, you know me as Confuse. It's the John Lennon profile picture. I guess that should work. Oh, enable blur. If iconv, no, let's just do if pgrep pycom, then pkill pycom I pycom and let's just add a sleep in there just in case. Nice to see that you followed up on the streaming recommendation. Yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun. The goal for now, you mean as with what I'm currently doing, or the goal with streaming? Yeah, I'm adding more settings to the appearance section to be able to toggle compositing from there, enable blur, disable blur, and stuff like that. And I did some work on the window manager previously, but it was not a whole lot of stuff. What laptop are you using? I'm not using a laptop at the moment. This is my desktop machine. It's a Ryzen 7 first gen, 16 gigabytes of RAM and a GTX 1060. So a bit overpowered for what I'm doing, but it's really good for video editing, or reasonably well. It works reasonably well. Can the public see the to-do site? Yes, they can. It's on the GitHub. It's this exact link. And it's also in a bunch of places on the website. So if you go to the Instant OS GitHub, go into Instant OS, and then projects. There it is, roadmap. That's the to-do thing. If you want to contribute to Instant OS, by the way, you can just look in there, and any help with any of these is appreciated. So now let's see. That looks nice already. Enable compositing. Oh. Of course. If iconv-i no compositing, then pgrep pycom and pgrep pkill pycom. And do you have hardware acceleration for VP9 codecs in YouTube? I believe I'm using NVENC, the NVIDIA thing. That's really nice. VP9. Isn't that one of the really heavy codecs? VP9 is an open royalty-free video coding format developed by Google. I'm not sure if I'm using that. Is that the default codec for live streams on YouTube? I just set up OBS. I reinstalled my operating system to test stuff, and so yeah, I'm pretty much on the stock OBS settings. Else. For 8K videos. Jesus. No, I have a GTX 1060. I think 1080p is well enough for that. But I'm not sure if I could probably watch 8K footage if I had the monitor for it with the GTX 1060. But yeah, definitely not edit or create 8K footage. What about the virtual machine? Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I think I may have to reboot in order to actually use VirtualBox correctly. So that might be an issue. Whoops. Arch test. Let's just try it. And yep, I need to. It tells me to run this, but it doesn't exist in the Arch version. That's really strange. Does anyone know how to set a VirtualBox without rebooting? I guess you have to load some kernel modules, but I don't know which ones. Or 8K? I don't think not for consumers. Most people doing 8K stuff is just that they can zoom in without losing a lot of quality. Like the Linus Tech Tips people are shooting everything in 8K, so they don't have to pan the camera. Something I'm not sure there either. But let's see if the compositing settings work. Appearance, enable compositing, currently enabled. Boom, doesn't work. Let's try again. Oh, Now it is. I want to contribute to the Linux community. After coding, what do you say I should learn? It really depends on where you want to contribute. I mean, I'm very new to Linux, but I'm a web developer. A bit of C# and C++. I'm not sure if C# is gonna be of much use because of how tied to Microsoft it is. There's some way of running it on Linux, definitely, but yeah, it's not the language of choice for most Linux applications. C++ would be useful. I mean, if you're a web developer, you can probably go into the UI space somewhere, maybe help out GTK development or something. But it really depends. I mean, if you want to be a kernel developer, you'll have to learn a whole bunch of other things. Yeah, it really depends on where you want to contribute. I want to learn Java, but I'm confused. How to run Java programmer? Download Eclipse and Google get started with Eclipse. I mean, you can. Okay, I don't. Oh, I actually have. You need to kinda, sorta compile it into a jar file somehow, and then run it using java-jar, and then the jar file, if that answers your question in any case. But I'm not a Java programmer, so I don't have much experience with that. Between Eclipse and the JDK. Eclipse is an IDE. It's like an editor to edit Java code, but it doesn't. It's not in any way affiliated with Java itself. And Java is the programming language and the runtime. Which resources would you recommend to learn C? Go to Unix Prime and I read a book on it. It's really old. I think it's Practical C, 3rd edition. Yeah, Practical C programming. I mean, it's useful for me for a window manager, but I don't know of that many jobs that need C today, apart from kernel development and stuff like that. So, yeah, maybe learn Go instead if you just want to learn a generalist programming language. C is good to learn about memory management and all that stuff, but most developers today just learn high level or just use high level toolkits and frameworks and bloat. So, yeah. King ETL is the best. I'll also write that one down. Alright, but let's try again. I have the appearance section works now. Enable compositing. Yes. And it works. Hallelujah. Let's try if the blur thing works. Appearance, blur, disable blur. It works. No blur. I don't know if you can see it. And enable blur. Yes. Hallelujah. That seems good. Yeah. More appearance settings. Modern C programming. All right. So Oh, potato settings. Where should we add those? Maybe in the Instant OS section. Compositing settings. Should be done now. Potato settings. Wait. Ah, there we go. Whoops. How can I search for a word? Can I just... Whoa. No. How can I add... how can I get the regular search menu in the Vim mode? Modprobe vbox drv. Oh, I need a sudo for that. Let's see. Ah, thank you, it works. Let's add InstantOS Beta 4. And just run through the installation. If it chooses to work. Oh, still didn't confirm. There we go. Whoops, that was the wrong window. Nope, Arch install medium. Why is it not? There we go. But the kernel and a lot of professional performance stuff still uses C, be it even a ton of Python C extensions. Yeah, Python, I mean, C is definitely not going extinct just because of how much the high-level stuff everyone is using relies on it. No, I won't switch resolution. But yeah, it's also really close to assembly. I don't know assembly, but it's supposed to be, C is supposed to be just assembly with a bunch of syntax sugar and quality of life improvements, but clearly maps to assembly. Yeah, I don't know assembly. So, what's the menu application that appears on the right? Is it Rofi or something else? You mean this one? That's the settings manager of InstantOS. It's using Instant Menu as a UI framework, if you will. So yeah, it's a custom menu. It's a D menu fork, but also, I mean, highly customized. It has all these things here, quick text. It has comments. All sorts of stuff that is not in D menu, so it's also barely recognizable. But it also has a D menu mode, sort of, so it looks like D menu, so it can be a drop and replacement for D menu. Just has a bunch of extra stuff. Welcome to the installer. Next. German, English, Germany. Yup. Is this a virtual machine? Yes. Install guest editions, why not? Europe, Berlin. Yep. Benjamin. Password 123. 123. Test PC. Edit advanced settings. Nope. Okay, let's see if there are any issues with it. The current version of VirtualBox. Thanks, Christoph Bischke. I think then I will find my way with Linux basics. Love you and appreciate your work. Heart. Aww. We still have Fortran applications and libraries out there. Yeah, or what's it called? I mean, COBOL, the unemployment system in the US. Alright, let's just let that do its thing in the background on the other monitor and see if there are any errors. Where did, alright, potato settings. Instant OS settings. They are getting really crowded, to be honest, but I think they can take another setting. Is there a potato icon? Potato, no. Old PC. What kind of icon should I use for the potato thing? Graphics card, GPU, slow. Oh, loading, maybe a loading thing. There's no loading icon, are you kidding me? Hourglass. Potato settings. Are there any other? No, I think we're fine with settings. Oh, let's just do potato. Whoa. My mic is giving me problems. Do you consider this PC a potato? I mean, yeah. Kartoffel. German. Let's see if it works. Instant OS. Where's potato? There's potato. Do you consider this PC a potato? No. Oh, let's see if the NeoFetch still works. Yeah, it does. Maybe I should add multi-line support to toggle iconf. Where does iLog get the dad jokes from? I think it's the dad joke API someone made. Let's see. A fetch random dad joke. Yeah, it's this thing here. That's what gets its dad jokes from. So if I just copy this, I hope I can copy it to the clipboard. I can't. Oh yeah. A doll was recently found dead in a rice paddy. It's the only known instance of a knick-knack paddywhack. I don't know what a knick-knack paddywhack is, to be honest. Alright, let's try another one. What did one wall say to the other wall? I meet you at the corner. Ha! So yeah, that's the dad joke command. I'm using the new default application systems with the symlinks at the moment because it stopped working for me. Let's just change the default application for terminal emulator. Let's just do Xterm. It works for me. So yeah, maybe it's an X issue. Let's change it back to ST. How'd you get your logo in NeoFetch? I just did this. Wait a second. Where is it? Okay, I can't find it right now. But basically, I just added it to the local config because InstantOS is not yet in official in official NeoFetch, because it also doesn't have its own etc OS release yet. I guess that's what NeoFetch normally uses to detect stuff like that. But I mean, at this point, I think it might be big enough to submit a pull request to NeoFetch, so why not? I'll add that to the list. NeoFetch pull request. Why is it not sticking anymore? It's unsticking all the time. I have to find a way to reproduce that. Hello world. Oh, Kai likes Linux. Also a person from the Discord, or which I know from the Discord. Oh, you're a contributor to EG's distro devs series thing, right? Or at least to the GitHub repo. Alright, I think we can archive potato settings. Yeah. High DPI and Instant Assist install. Instant Assist install means that I can quickly install packages right from Instant Assist, like just input the name without having to open anything special. And maybe search through a list of packages in a D menu or an instant menu. But I'm not sure where to get the list of packages because it seems really long, and I'm not even sure if instant menu can take that many items. And the other thing is the high DPI GUI toggle, so that you can toggle on or off high DPI from the settings. Maybe we'll do that first. I think we'll add that to the display. Don't font. Why is it not showing any icons? That was really delayed. Is the stream delay that bad? Huh. That still seems to work. Oh, the VirtualBox is done doing its thing. Hard disk, please. I'm here for the first time. Welcome. 10 seconds. That looks intentional, but I'm not sure if I can turn that off anywhere. Huh. Yeah, I don't want to show any tokens on stream, so I'll do that later. I don't know if the person who had problems with VirtualBox is still here, but at least for me, I don't see anything regarding to stuff like that. Alright, it's still installing the modules and everything. Let's just install PCManFM. Yeah, it seems fine. By the way, the sudo password is still being activated by the installation finisher. There is a sudo password, by the way, in case you're getting scared. Yeah, but I can't reproduce anything in VirtualBox. I think, yeah, if Arch has the same issue, maybe the VirtualBox setup you're doing is the problem. I'm on Windows side for the moment. You are the problem, the person with the problems on VirtualBox, right? Yeah, you were. Huh, maybe it's the Windows host. Yeah, I don't have a Windows machine to test VirtualBox. I think that's a really... Our instant, yeah, it still uses Nautilus. You can also now change that in the default application settings here. If I can just do, I don't know, let's do PCManFM. It actually asks you to download PCManFM now. That's a new feature. Because some people from the minimal community don't like Nautilus. Nautilus just has such a good search tool that I'm still using it. Let's change it back. But yeah, it still uses Nautilus. Nice to see a person who also just can't get away from it because every other search tool sucks. Or yeah, Nautilus is, yeah, I don't know why it's just so much better. Works on my Hackintosh. Nice. Yeah, maybe it's a Windows thing. But yeah, the virtual machine is done now. That's the new Welcome app, in case you haven't seen it yet, by the way. And we shut that down really quick. Build 99. That's really old, if I'm not mistaken. Huh. Yeah, but I don't do a lot of Windows stuff if I can avoid it. Whoops. All right, let's get back to the settings. Oh, we haven't committed the potato thing actually. Add potato. Settings. All right, let's go to display settings. There we go. Auto detect monitor docking, high DPI. Let's go back to the browser. Wrong browser. Magnifying glass. I think we'll just use that for, maybe we can have a font. No. I try to avoid it, but I'm not allowed to install Linux on my new laptops because parents bought it for me to game on. Oh, that sucks. Wait, your parents buy laptops for you to game on? What's this channel about? How often do you do coding streams? I'm the developer of a Linux distro that recently kind of got more attention than I anticipated because it's still in beta, but I mean, I'll take it. So yeah, I'm making content about the distro. A lot of it is unlisted still because it's still in beta. And this is my first coding stream, but I'm planning on doing it more often. Because yeah, I think I like live streaming. So yeah, I mean, smash subscribe, and I'll maybe do this more often. Often. Why is Firefox baked into the system? For example, Instant Assist web page shortcuts in Firefox should open in the default browser. Oh, yeah, good point. I'll replace that so that it opens in the default browser instead of Firefox. Add that to the to-do list. I always open the wrong Firefox. Instant Assist default browser. I'm working on getting a System 76 laptop in the future. Ah, nice. Yeah, I mean, those have really good Linux support. High DPI. That's how you spell it, right? Let's just be... Oh, well, that's interesting. Doesn't work at all anymore with Instant Assist. Huh. Oh, all right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, okay. The first article is actually from ArchWiki. That's really interesting. Oh god. Let's just do a toggle icon for that one also. High DPI. I prefer Chromium browsers because pages load faster. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them do because they're probably optimized for Chrome, and Chrome can be faster than Firefox, but Firefox feels, I mean, to me at least, it feels more polished on Linux because everything just works like, for example, the Spotify web player, or it resizes probably properly. Chromium has that weird... I'm forgetting how to speak. I get the impression that's happening. Maybe I need to drink something. So yeah, Firefox I feel like has the better Linux support, but Chromium might be faster overall. But yeah, I mean, you can change it now on Instant OS. Okay, let's not do that. Huh. If imenu-c enable high DPI question mark. How should we do that one? All right. Echo high. Yeah, I think we'll just do another category for high DPI, like another menu. So let's just do that. Now, if imenu-c and enable high DPI, then else phi. If not, then I'm just gonna iconf-d high DPI. If that is the case, then DPI equals imenu-i. Does anyone know what the default DPI on Xarc is? I think it might be 100, but I might be wrong. There we go. Huh? Oh. Alright, that's bigger than normal, definitely. Let's try 100. Ah, 100 seems default. Nice. Let's just quit if the user doesn't enter a DPI. And check if DPI is a number. Are InstantOS planning to use the Calamares installer? No, it used to use the Calamares installer, but there are a few problems with Calamares. I mean, first, it can be considered bloat, like it's really heavy and actually has higher system requirements than the operating system itself. So it would lock out a potential user base. And also this installer that I currently have, Instant Arch, the custom one, allows for easier adding of features to it. Like, for example, Manjaro has added the Office Suite selection to its Calamares installer. And it still looks kind of hacky, to be honest. Like, it's not that easy to add stuff to. You need to know C++ and Qt, both of which I don't know and don't plan on learning just for Calamares. And yeah, also the current installer fits in better with the overall system aesthetic. So no, I'm not planning on using Calamares. I mean, it's a fine installer, don't get me wrong, but not fitted for InstantOS. Please enter a number. All right. Then if we have checked all that, we can do iconf, hi DPI, DPI. So that sets the DPI. Hello. And now we just need to edit the X resources. The next problems with the symlink seems to be the C current working directory, I assume. If I use absolute paths in the config.dev.h, it works, but kinda defeats the purpose. Ah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Nix guy. I'm not exactly sure how to deal with that. I mean, yeah, the working directory. Maybe you can do a wrapper around or I assume InstantWM is running in a wrapper. So maybe you could just cd to the home directory before running it. Huh. I mean, maybe the working directory changed. I'll simply use Brave again or any Chromium-based browser. Browser. Chromium still is an issue by itself. I want a true open source browser, and that doesn't include any of the Chromium browsers. Brave seems to be the best Chromium browser, I think, because it also, just like Firefox, has a lot of stuff pre-set up, like codecs and proprietary stuff. I mean, which is also bad. But yeah, I mean, Chrome is a big no-go, and Chromium, pure Chromium is still googly, but also doesn't work in some cases. I think we'll write another program to apply that. I'm thinking of where to put it. Maybe in themes. Do you happen to know by heart how to print the current working directory to the log in C? No, unfortunately not. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can get it as a string and then print it. I would be surprised if you could print it directly, but again, I don't do a lot of file work. Do you work full-time on InstantOS? No, I don't. I mean, yeah, it's a hobby project. But yeah, currently I'm kinda on I mean, I'm just done with school, so I have the time to do stuff with it. I think after release 1.0, things will slow down for it, because there's not that much work needed anymore, also because at the moment, yeah, there still is a lot of stuff missing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, through Patreon, I'd be really glad if I could make it a part-time job. I could imagine myself doing that, like instead of jobbing somewhere else or something like that. Or yeah, I mean, Patreon seems like a good, yeah. I mean, it would be awesome if that would be possible, but I think we'll still have a long way to go until that becomes a reasonable thing. Okay, let's go into instant themes, and or let's not do that actually. Yeah, let's just do it in instant utils. Oh, we already have that there. Convenient. Instant DPI. Let's just do that. Bin bash. Ah, come on. No, not ShaderLab. Oh, I don't have it in the clipboard anymore, but that's fine. If not, then init resources echo bin sh. I don't think we'll have to make applying DPI settings that fast. But at the same time, I'm not using any bashisms as far as I'm aware here. Let's see how things turn out. Alright, bye Kai. That sounded weird. If n let's just check the argument really quick. Oh, by the way, how's our viewership going? Huh. Stable 25 viewers. Guess I'm famous. Now let's do I mean, that's kind of a dumb. Let's just do this. And let's do it so when the user enters 100 as the DPI, I mean that's default, it gets reset, so it gets completely removed from X resources. To do that, we'll just do, if it's 100, then we exit. Actually downloading this now, super cool. Oh, nice. Let me know if it works for you. If the user enters 100, then SED, I think that's how you do it, xft.dpi, and we need to escape that one, D. Dash I dot X resources. So now resetting, we have that. You should probably create a library for things like add line to file if not already there. Yeah, I have this repo. Let's see if I still, yeah, I have it. That has, I mean, lots and lots of bash functions that I use for all sorts of things. I don't use them that much in InstantOS actually. I used to use them for setting up things like, so yeah, you can import them like with Python pip. But for most scripts, I actually don't need them that much. But yeah, from time to time I use those. Maybe I could also create binaries, but not sure. I mean, as of now, it works fine. Instant DPI. Oh, argument handling. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, most of those scripts aren't going to be used by users that much, but I need to do better argument handling, that's true. Like things grep -ev and -e and -v and -v should be treated the same, and as of now most InstantOS scripts don't do that. So I need to improve on that. I'll also add that to put them on the list. Let's do that for the 1.0 release. All right. I think we'll actually make this a function as well. Reset DPI. Oh wow, now the delay is delay. Oh, it's fluctuating. How does that work? For compiling InstantOS packages, are you using the laptop or desktop with higher configuration? I'm compiling them on whichever machine I'm using at the moment, because they don't take long to compile anyway. Like for example, Instant Window Manager, which is like source code wise the biggest package, barely takes a few seconds to compile. So I can use whatever I want to compile it. That's the beauty of not being bloated as Frick. So I also recently set up a CI server to sync the repos. I could maybe also make it compile packages. So I don't have to worry about that at all. So yeah, not sure. If you're talking about creating ISOs, I'm doing that on my desktop because it has more CPUs. Because just the compression thing takes a while if you don't have that many cores. Like Mate. Here, I have a first gen Ryzen 7 and it has 16 threads, and yeah, it's super cool. I mean, now it's not the most up-to-date thing anymore, but it's still really enough for what I'm doing. So I have the append resources. If then else echo no, if grep if there's already a setting in there, then we just remove that and append the resources. I think we can just put that there. Of course. Now we just pass append resources and the argument. Oh god, the delay is getting worse. I mean, to get worse, it realistically has to slow down the stream somehow. I mean, am I talking slower now? On your end? I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, yeah, this is my first stream. Maybe I can do something like, I don't know, a self-built stream deck. I always wanted to do that. Like get a cheap Android tablet. I already have an Android tablet. I'm not using a lot of it, so... And just set that up with a self-made app, so you can press shiny buttons to do streamy stuff. That could be fun, maybe. Init resources, append resources -1. So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely live stream more often in the future, I think, and work out all the streaming stuff. Well, maybe I'll also go to Restream to stream on YouTube and Twitch, but maybe I'll also stay with YouTube just because most of my audience is already on here. All right. I think we can also... Hey man, just wanted to say this project is amazing and I love how you're doing about it, going about it. Thank you. Nice. Restream bad. Yeah, I'm not that big on live streaming, or I haven't been in the past, so I'm not really that up to date with all. But actually, why do not more people use it? I mean, yeah, none of the big streamers use it. Are they just exclusively signed to Twitch, or is there another reason? I think we can replace the argument parsing with just the icon setting, if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, I think we can. DPI equals iconf DPI. And now just I want to get the normal search menu from VS Code in Vim mode, or just disable Vim mode. Can I do that? Yeah, I think I can. Nice. You should maybe add a warning if the DPI is over 500. Good idea. I think I'll do that in the settings though, not in instant DPI. I saw that you're previously using high DPI as 192. No, I'm not using high DPI. That was just a test. It's the default value from the Arch wiki. Default is 96. Nice. Is the rationale? Is the default 96? It could be. I mean, maybe I just didn't see the difference. I mean, that would be important to know. Yeah. That doesn't seem right. I mean, no. It seems 96. Thanks. Now I'm in the Vim in the Vim mindset. Now I'm getting confused. All right. So now it has that, and then just runs instant DPI, which we are writing here. I am using Vim emulation in VS Code. A viewer suggested that I should use it, and now I'm partially doing VS Code, partially doing Vim stuff. Yeah. Why don't you use DGG instead of GGL? I don't know what either of those are. DGG Corona. That's probably not it. Can you elaborate on that? Reset DPI. I think, yeah, if there's no DPI setting, we should also probably reset the DPI. No, not theming. DuckDuckGo, Google. Oh yeah. I haven't switched to DuckDuckGo just because the search results are better on Google, to be honest. I know you shouldn't use it, but yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend on stream like I use DuckDuckGo when I actually resort to Google when I actually want to search something. Like if I sometimes I go into private mode if I want to search stuff that I don't want ads for, or want to appear on my Google account, so that I don't know, I don't. So yeah, if I want to buy stuff or something like that, I don't research it on Google using my Google account. So I don't. I at least have that much of tracking protection with a big asterisk on it. Yeah, and I know about the that feature that it can basically use other search engines. I wish Google had that, but it doesn't solve the underlying problem that the search results are generally worse, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe I'll what happened? Oh, the sticky window. It's a bit more private and you get in the habit of using DuckDuckGo mostly. Yeah, maybe I'll try it. I mean, I still have the Google thing. I'm getting convinced to use all sorts of stuff by my viewers, but why not? Start searching. Do I have that now as my default? It's not my default engine. Search. It should be though. Huh. Maybe I need to restart Firefox. I'll do that later. But yeah, I mean, my dream would be regex support in Google or DuckDuckGo. That would be really cool, just to have that or something like that. Set some status messages. You know, my evil plot is to convince you to nix us. Let's see about that. All right, now we have that. Code OSS is the open source. I mean, it's all open source. To be honest, I don't know what exactly the difference is, because it's not VS Codium. It's something in between. It doesn't have the Microsoft logo on it, if you look at the applications menu. Alright. I feel like that should be it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the warning. I forgot about that. Settings. Please enter a number. Or DPI greater than, let's do 500. And should we do a minimum? Yeah, I feel like that would also be a good idea. Google results does. Yeah, I also know about start page, but it still isn't the same results as Google. I mean, maybe they're just behind because they actually buy their search results from Google. But it doesn't seem to be the same. But yeah, I'll use DuckDuckGo for now. Circs. Circs is a really weird thing, because if you're setting it up on your VPS, you still have a constant IP address. And if you're using Circs to scrape Google, then why not just use Google? I mean, you're still connecting your IP address to all your Google searches. And if you're using Circs to scrape DuckDuckGo, then why not use DuckDuckGo? And it also has problems with CAPTCHA. Like, I tried a few Circs instances and they couldn't get through the Google CAPTCHA, so they probably aren't even using the official API. Yes, I don't really get the Circs thing. Whoops. Oh, and of course, XRDB, X resources. I use Circs. So yeah, how's your experience with it? I mean, I tried it a few times, but from a purely privacy concerning standpoint, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to use it if you're still gonna use it to just scrape Google. I mean, it's a funny concept to just scrape search engines and then combine the results, but it doesn't free you from just using the search engines. Especially if it's your own instance, then it's all traceable to you. But yeah, let's not get too involved in in search politics here. I'm not that much of an expert on it. So yeah, the DPI settings look fine now. So let's do that. And also go back here. What have you changed here? Oh yeah, the potato settings. And this one. Let's do a quick schmod. Yeah, if it's not your own instance, then it could work, providing the instance itself works, which is kind of a gamble. But Yeah, your own instance is, I mean, usually, yeah, setting up your own instance like of Nextcloud or something is considered more private, but Circs. Yeah, VPN is also good, if you can trust the VPN provider. Okay, let's just commit that, since we don't have any possibility of breaking something that isn't even getting used. Dogpile. I finished to install VBox on my Arch and InstantOS on VBox, so it works fine. I think Windows has something broken. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Windows user and have VirtualBox, yeah, maybe test out if it works there. Maybe it's a general Arch Windows host problem. Who knows? It's always good having, yeah. If multiple people can reproduce it, then it's probably a larger issue. So now, let's try. Yeah, that's definitely bigger than normal, because the close settings is on the next page. Let's try instant DPI. Resetting DPI. Okay, let's cat X resources. Nice. And let's try setting iconf DPI 100 and thingy instant DPI. Setting DPI. Been running this InstantOS on my VM and liking the feel, learning more. Nice to hear. XRDB and moment of truth. Oh, it works, I think. Yeah, it's at the bottom right here. So now let's go into appearance. No, it's display settings. DPI, enable high DPI, yes. Okay, let's try 130 and open up another Nautilus. I think that might be 130. Let's try resetting it. DPI, yes. Yeah, 96. Oh. That's not good. All right. Reset DPI append resources. Why did I call this resources? Whoops. Icon of DPI. Oh, it didn't set it. Why didn't it do that? Display DPI. Enable high DPI. No. Setting DPI to. Why though? Oh, a typo. Nice. Let's close all that stuff down. Icon. It's not in here. Then it's probably in here. Yeah, it is. Why is it down here? All right, let's try again. DPI, enable high DPI, no. Still bad. Not good. Maybe we need to pickle Nautilus. No, Instant Menu has the same problem. No. Why? I can't. Oh, I'm a little dumb. Can I use? Oh, I can. Nice. Okay, that should be the issue solved. Then why did it even work before? Enable high DPI, no. And we're back. Let's try another one. Enable high DPI, yes. 140. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't look like 140. That does, however. Also, why does Nautilus have this? I thought I removed that. Okay, maybe it's a Nautilus issue. PCMan FM. Yeah, that's definitely bigger than Norma. Display, DPI. Enable high DPI. Let's do 100 and let's do 200. Just go for it. Oh yeah. Display, DPI. Yes. It's reset it to the normal. Oh yeah, Nautilus has it delayed. But this is normal. Nice, we have DPI settings now. That was a highly requested feature from some people. Over 500 check? What do you mean by that? Oh, by the way, I just discovered a bug in the window manager. I can't use Control R, that's a problem. I think that, no, that was not it. How's the oh, over 500. Oh yeah, sure. Nope, that was the wrong set. Oh no, I have two. No, I don't. Oh yeah, I have two settings using the same icon. I don't think that's good. Maybe someone can suggest another font awesome icon that would fit that. Yes, let's do 600. Huh. Cool. That seems to work. And let's do 10. Oh no, oh, 10 is still in there. Oh god, that's tiny. I think we need to increase the minimum. Oh god. I mean, if I wasn't able to use that with the keyboard only, I'd be pretty stuck now. Let's just try. Nope. And we're back. Okay, I think that's fixed. Yeah. Nah, not worth a commit. Yeah, let's increase the default, the minimum to 20 at least. I can't imagine anyone having pixels that big. So, I think we can commit this. Oh, by the way, I haven't merged to stable in a while. Maybe I can, yeah, put that on the list. By the way, Confuse, I don't know if you're still there. Is Nix now tracking stable or master for the packages? Yeah. All right. Oh, master. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the AUR is also not tracking stable at the moment because I always forget to merge to them. I mean, at the moment, none of what I'm doing is too stable yet, if we're being honest. But it's getting there. We're making progress. Yeah, but the stable branches will definitely get some more attention in the future. Why not keep, since it, yeah, maybe people have displays with really big, I mean, yeah, if you have a really, really low resolution display, everything is going to be huge on the default size. So, I mean, if you have the options to make it smaller, then why not? Do some things use nested X server like Cfire to test things? Yes, I do. It's not perfect to test things because it doesn't do it doesn't perfectly replicate a normal X session. But to do instant WM stuff, I sometimes just do instant Xnest, instant WM. Xnest is just a wrapper for Cfire, as you can see here. Yeah, I mean, for example, it doesn't have my X resources, so the colors are all different and stuff like that. But if I risk having a crash loop with the window manager, I just test it in Cfire first before installing it on my actual system. So yeah. What was I doing? Oh Jesus, we've been streaming for quite a while. All right, DPI settings can be considered done pretty much. Instant is his default browser. Yeah, that was another thing. Currently it's the latest stable for both. Latest stable meaning stable for also instant OS packages. Yeah. All right. Back to business. Instant assist. There, Firefox is hard coded. That's not good. Let's just do nah, let's not do it a function that could be end up recursing. I think it's .config. Wait a sec. .config instant OS default. Yeah, it is. Browser, and let's just copy that. Let's just disable Vim mode for a second. I still can't do it in Vim mode, at least not as fast. Firefox. That should do the trick, I think. Or maybe we shouldn't do this one. That one should still remain hard-coded. By the way, you can also add sites to the Firefox Instant Assist thing now. Yeah, that's. Does InstantOS support hybrid graphics? I tested it once on an Optimus laptop and it worked fine, but I don't own that laptop, so I couldn't do a lot of testing. As far as I'm aware, the Optimus package from the Arch repos kind of switches between them, but often resorts to NVIDIA graphics. But I could also do something similar to System76 with Pop! OS, like have a GUI toggle to switch between the two graphics cards. We'll see about that. So yeah, it definitely works, but the amount of control you have over whether or not it's using integrated or NVIDIA graphics is as user-friendly as Arch, which is not a lot if you're expecting a GUI, so that definitely will still be added if I somehow get my hands on a hybrid machine that I can test more stuff with. But yeah, as of now it works, but I'm not sure if it's that viable to constantly switch between the graphics options. Oh no, that definitely needs to remain hard-coded. Cat. Oh no, that was not a good idea to just replace everything. Let's just look at this. Oh. No. I'm doing Vim stuff. The difference is mostly convenience for the user. We want to have the average user have all the packages pre-built in Cachix so they don't have to compile their own thing. Wait, I didn't read all the messages, sorry. In the next dev, but there's also an unstable. Yeah, because Nix tracks the whole dependency chain and MFA. Oh, yeah, Nix has also that different branch thing. Yeah, things will change when we have a stable release. Hello, what are you working on right now? I did some work on the window manager, the settings already, and at the moment I'm fixing stuff in Instant Assist. I don't know if you're an Instant OS user. If you are, you probably know what that means. If you aren't, then probably not. Can Instant WM key bindings be supported on all keyboards? Or do you already have a plan, an implementation for that? What I currently have in mind is a shortcut to quickly toggle between different languages, kind of like super space on Windows. I don't think I can translate all shortcuts to all languages because of the limitations of XLib in the first place. I don't have keyboards to test with, so if I mess something up, it's really easy to get stuck. And yeah, also the documentation would just be a mess if I have to include, I don't know, Arabic characters. So I think that the easiest solution is just to have a keybind that should be there on most systems and that switches to English and then back to whatever you were using. I mean, if someone has a foreign keyboard and is willing to test stuff and do stuff with it, then maybe we can work something out, but I think as of now that would be the best solution. Oh, is Scott in here? Oh, that is... Oh, that was Scott. Yeah, hi Scott. He's also one of the developers of the Nix version and also contributed to some InstantOS projects, like a few pull requests. Really helpful guy. I watched all your videos and really want to try the OS beta. I haven't gotten my hands on it yet. Yeah, nice. I definitely plan on doing a lot more videos now that things are a little bit more frozen, as you will, because a lot of the videos currently on the website are outdated. I mean, you can see that all the UI looks different. I didn't have the settings manager, and it's a really early version, so I plan on redoing lots of these. But most of the videos still apply, and there's also a text-based documentation below it that mentions if anything from the video has changed. Can you please Zenf? Maybe. Why don't you use a nerdfont icon for the internet bar? Back when I made the bar, nerdfont icons didn't have that great of a performance. DWM has a really weird bug that just makes it so drawing every character takes like, I don't know, half a second. So it's really insane. And that bug got transferred to InstantWM, and so it just ruined the performance if you had any special characters in the title bar. But the bug is now fixed, so all InstantOS tools don't have the problem that the Suglist tools have with special characters. So I could theoretically make it a nerdfont icon, and all the status stuff is also getting rewritten from scratch, or pretty much from scratch, very soon, so that it updates using signals and is clickable and all that good stuff. So until that's happening, it'll stay like this probably, because I don't think it's worth it updating a piece of software that is going to be obsolete soon anyway. Does Superspace change the language or not? No, it currently does not. It opens the launcher. That's actually the case on most Linux distros, and that won't change. What I had in mind was something like Super Alt L or Super and one of the function keys, because that is universal pretty much to all keyboards. I think it is. So you could press that even if you're on an Arabic keyboard without having to resort clicking on any menu. Maybe something like that. Are you using a mechanical keyboard? No. I'm using a macOS-like keyboard just because I actually don't like keyboards that are insanely loud. It looks cool. It's wireless. And yeah, I kind of like the aesthetics and how it feels. I know that it's not the best keyboard. I have thought about swapping it for something else. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad keyboard either. I mean, you can probably hear it. I don't know if you can. sounds very macOS like. Actually, where did I type that just now? Oh, okay. Is it an unpopular opinion of mine, but localization should have never been a thing with computers? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not planning on translating the InstantOS tools in other languages because they would just make it so much more complex. And I think most people should learn English. And it introduces just so much complexity to everything. And yeah, I mean, I live in Germany. I've been speaking German for most of my life, or for pretty much all of my life, apart from English and YouTube. English in school, I mean. But I still have my phone set to English because it's just a better experience. So yeah. I mean, some people maybe can't afford or learning English or something. I mean, most languages are can be considered bloaty, if you will. Anyway, we should all be speaking that. How's it called? Esperanto or something. All right. I've been stuck talking now. Actually, what? Oh, I have this one. This installation is actually German. Yeah, I mean, I don't even realize it anymore when if something is in German or English, because when reading it, I'm pretty much at the same speed. Is there an option to bind it to Superspace? It would be super annoying to learn a different shortcut for such a frequent thing. Maybe you'll be able to rebind it, but I don't think I'll be rebinding Superspace for all users, because just as many users are used to having Superspace be like that. Open the launcher, like I think on macOS it also does that, and on most tiling window managers it does that. All right, I think we are able to commit that little fix now. Web browser. Make web browser respect settings. Let's see if it works. Let's change the browser to Brave. Install the new version of Instant Assist. Hey, look at that. Very nice. And let's change it back. I mean, other GUI settings for shortcuts. Shortcuts are probably the biggest thing that's still on the to-do list, because being based on DWM, there really is no shortcut system that is not based on modifying the source code, which is definitely not user-friendly. So I'd have to write basically my own config file parser, or do that using IPC. It's a slightly bigger project than most other features, so but it is coming. It's just not there at all in DWM, and DWM is not made for any kind of configuration from the outside, so I'll have to manually add all that. So yeah, sorry, there are really, you can customize default applications, definitely. That's probably what most people want. so it'll get the job done until you can customize all screen keybinds. But yeah, customizing keybinds is definitely coming. It brings the world together. Shiny eyes. All right. I think now, whoops, we only have one to-do left, and that'll be it for the stream today. After that, I mean, it's been long enough, definitely. So I guess let's do that now. We can also maybe, yeah, let's just commit that. Okay, we can also close that one. Whoops. No, assist. I lost the chat again. Is it not on the... I'll just put it on the scratch pad. Can you check the font size in the applications window when the DPI is increased? What exactly do you mean by that? Seems like the font size is still too small. You mean like on my system right now? No, it's definitely the default. I'm using a 1080p monitor. Is it? Yeah, it is. It should be. Whoops. Maybe you could have a guess next time and stream on Twitch. Yeah, I'm not sure about Twitch. I mean, people seem to be opposed to the idea of restream, but I don't think anyone would really watch on Twitch. Is it still test description? Oh, it's just a description. And so it's talk show and pair programming. Yeah, maybe, why not? Yeah, maybe you can do. We could do something like that. As of now, let's just get the instant assist going. Maybe we can, is there already a TI assist? There is. Is there a TS assist? There also is. A, B, C, D, E. Should we just do E? Yeah. All right. But about the guest thing, yeah, maybe we could do that. Just oh, I don't think I have Discord running, by the way. We could just make a Discord channel on the Instant OS Discord and put some people in there. Maybe do it Patreon only. Depends on how full it gets, or yeah, we'll see. Assist install package. Package. imenu-I enter package name. Could you add Firefox and Rofi to the blur exclude in the PyCom config? Yeah, Firefox, does that have any transparency at all? I definitely can. I'll add that to the to-do. Enter package name. Instant install package. I mean, that's really quick and dirty, but I think it gets the job done. Let's see. I think we just commit this. All right, now install the new instance in the instant assist. On the middle click scrolling. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, that's the case for most applications that have drag and drop. But yeah, I add that. Let's see if it works. Enter package name, Krita. Let's do Krita. Yes. And we now can install software from Instant Assist. Kinda. 30-second delay. Oh god, it's getting worse. Whoops. It's still in the scratch pad. Good. Alright. I think that's it for this first stream. Has been fun. And I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Bye.